looking at kind of the halfway point from an offensive perspective, we're excited because we don't feel like we've played our best game yet. We don't feel like we've played up to our full potential yet as a group. But one thing that I think is really positive is, we've won some games by running the football when we needed to run the ball, and then we've won some games where we had to throw the ball and we were able to throw the ball and execute. And I think that's what you're looking for offensively, is you want to be able to do both of them well when you have to do it. And so I think we've shown that so far, and we're going to have to do that as the competition continues to increase here during the second half of the season. Pleased with the wide receivers. Overall, probably the biggest thing I'm pleased with is the depth and production that we're getting from all 7 guys. And I say this week in and week out, but I had 7 guys that had at least 20 snaps. And I've never had that as long as I've been here at Clemson coaching the wideouts. A couple of things what that allows us to do during the game, it allows our guys to stay fresh. You look at Artavis Scott's touchdown there late in the game, that corner that was playing against him, that was his 63rd snap of the game, because that corner played every snap. And for Artavis, that was his 39th snap of the game. And so you're just a little bit more fresh than the guy across from you. And so we always talk to our guys, it's a 10-round fight, and they got the same boxer in there, but we're able to kind of roll our boxers as we go. And so you really see that show up in the second half. So really pleased with that. And also it allows our guys to stay fresh, for the long run that we need to make here at the end of the year. But in order to do that, you've got to be able to have guys that you can count on, that can go out there and execute. And that's the thing I'm most pleased about. It doesn't matter if Hunter Renfro's in there, he's making plays. He comes out, Hopper goes right in making plays. And the same way at the 9 position. Pete made some nice plays. And then, Dion came in and really had 2 really big plays. And so really just seeing the overall depth and quality in that group, that's really what we said, whenever we lost Mike for the year, is, we might not have the guy in the room that's going to go and replace him with 1,500 yards this season, but we got more depth than we've ever had. So if we can get a little bit more from everybody in the room, we can make up for those yards and touchdowns. And so far we're doing that. The long pass to Dion there late in the game, really pleased. That was actually a check that Deshaun did on his own. We had an initial call, and the defense they came out with, that call wasn't going to be the best call, so Deshaun checks it. And we had Dion in the slot where he's not normally in the slot, but for the one play that we called, he kind of knew that play. So Deshaun looks to him, gives him a check, and I'm on the sidelines going, okay, we're about to find out if he's ready for the big show or not on 3rd and long. And he executes it and goes all the way down. So those are those growth opportunities that as a coach you look for in games, to be able to see if guys can do that. So really pleased with his progress along with the other guys. Miami, big challenge. It doesn't take very long watching the video. The first thing that really stands out is the team speed. I mean, those guys can run very fast, athletic, long. I think it'll be the best secondary by far that we will have played up to this point this year. They remind me a lot of the guys that we have, McKenzie and J. Ron and those guys. That's the type of ability those guys in the back end have. They're athletic up front. Their 2 ends are guys that you got to get your hands on. Very athletic and active, and definitely will create some issues. And it seems like every week we come back in here, we've got another challenge. Just a really good year, I guess, for defenses in the ACC. And so it'll be another challenge, but I think our guys are looking forward to it. We've had a lot of fun at home, but in order to do the things we want to be able to do, we've got to go on the road and win on the road. And this will be a big challenge. And we got a lot of guys from the state of Florida, a lot of skilled guys especially. So I know they'll be excited to play this week. But we got to really start over, and that'll start this afternoon when the guys come in for their meeting. So.